Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Turnovers could play a large role in today's game as both defenses rank in the top 10 when it comes to forcing interceptions. It's the Chiefs going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's go down to Miami. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we come to you from a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls with an 11th on the way in 2020. Yes, we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Tonight, we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Zebra!
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Dalton, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to... Got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
Now a quick give to the fullback, Marcel Reese. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
39, Detroit!
They'll run for it now. Here's Marcel Reese. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Now let's go!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Detroit, 39!
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
Ndamukong Suh provokes a whole lot of conversation. But at the end, everyone agrees one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL.
Patriot, set.
They go with Abdullah again. Down right around the 25. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high 5 or 2 for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Zebra. Ace.
And Dalton to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
3-19. No, check, Patriot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
3-19. Over.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky. No. Check, Patriot. No, check, Patriot. Blue line. No, check, Patriot. The Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And Stills over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing, Dalton out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Dalton, 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Time to feature the offensive starters, and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who was known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he fires one incomplete. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Brandon Marshall, no, not the wide receiver, a quality linebacker who can cover very well.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. That's caught at the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
And rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
Now, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Dalton now to pass. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the screen pass. 38 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
They come out here in the eye. Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now here comes Kansas City. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And Stills over the middle. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And Dalton to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. It's complete to Parker left side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Finding time. This will be caught inside the 10. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the offense.
Here we go now. Green, 30. Here we go.
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They complete it to Hill. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route. You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work. A second down run for Abdullah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle here to Coates. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards. And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
Here we go now. Green, 39. All right, now look at 56. Look.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 16 on the pickup, and the Chiefs are going to have a first down. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play. As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg. Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking. Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down. And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now the fullback, Reese, this is where he excels. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team. They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do. I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there. Already looking forward. Coaching them up from right up here in the booth. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh? No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot. One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And Stills over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a second down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
Hey, 4 down. All right, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Going up top. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half.
Tight end right. No. Check. Patriot.
They come up in an offset eye. They start the drive with Abdullah. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 88 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. Second down now after the pass completion.
Check three.
They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
A wall of Dolphins, and there are lots of them there to make the stop. Second and 5. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They come out here in the eye. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first down, Abdullah. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Again, it's Abdullah. How did he? And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Amir Abdullah with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
And his throw here's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Zebra. Wide 20. Wide 20.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Dalton, 1st and 10. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. This will be Dalton again. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back now in Miami. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Blue 90.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw now. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's 2nd down, and they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. This is taken at about the 14. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. And Stills over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. It's complete. Stills. And a loose football. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Dalton, 1st and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. In motion goes the tight end. Second and 10. Dalton once more. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Play action here with Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Dontari Poe with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Big fourth down here. It's Dalton. It's complete to Parker, left side. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. And now here comes Kansas City. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Detroit! Check 6 guys. Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
He's got time. And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf. D. Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. Second down, Dalton. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Third down, still 14 yards left.
Zebra. Set. Blue 10.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And throw right side complete to Parker. Oh, up and over. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And over the middle, this is Parker. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. if things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
3 down, 3 down.
Hey, blue 10. Blue 10.
Mike 5-2. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Here's Dalton firing quickly here, and that's complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Set 3. Zebra.
Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On the run, Abdullah, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Watch 81, fellas. Watch 81. Detroit! Detroit! Hey, check 24. Check 24. Now let's go. 319. 319.
Now a give. This is Abdullah. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Their big-bodied receiver with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put the... Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Dalton sets up play action. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Dalton throwing on second down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. It's do or die for Dalton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Charles, we saw a lot.